yesterday we saw about the exception handling, right? Yesterday we completed the exception handling. Inside that we saw try, catch, finally, throw, and the throws, right? Okay. So now we will see the another concept, that is the multitasking. Multitasking word you hear, right? In real life word also you hear the multitasking word. So anyone knows what is meant by multitasking?
Multiple tasks at a time.
Here I wrote now, see multiple tasks at the single time. That is only called as the multitasking. Suppose here also I am doing the multiple tasking. See here AEM is open, Eclipse is open, PowerPoint, this thing also, that is the Prism Live Studio. All the things I am opening at the same time. That is only called as the multitasking. Okay, multiple tasks at a single time. Okay, multiple tasks at a single time, that is only called as the multitasking. Suppose I am opening here VLC, suppose I am opening Word, and suppose I am opening browser at the same time, that is only called as the multitasking. Multiple tasks if we execute at the same time, that is only called as the multitasking. What is the use of the multitasking is, it will increase the performance of the CPU. This is the use of our multitasking. It is increase the performance of the CPU. After that, there are two types of multitasking. First one is the process-based multitasking, and another one is the thread-based multitasking. Process-based multitasking we can also call this as a multi-processing, and thread-based multitasking we can also call this as a multi-threading. Okay, process-based multitasking we can also call this as a multi-processing, and thread-based multitasking we can also call this as a multi-threading. Then what is meant by multi-processing? Okay, so what is meant by multi-processing is, suppose if we have one system, and inside the one system if we attach multiple processor to that system. Suppose we have one system, that is the operating system, and to that systems we are attaching multiple processor, like CPU is a processor, right? CPU is a processor. So if we attach multiple processor to the single system, that is only called as the multi-processing. Okay, if we attach multiple processor to the single system, that is only called as the multi-processing. And after that, it is best suitable at the system level or the operating system level. That's why we are not learning this concept into our Java. Okay, that's why we are not learning this concept inside the Java, because we are learning the programming language, and this is suitable at the system level or the operating system level. That's why we are not learning multiprocessing inside the Java. Then what is meant by multi-threading? So multi-threading is the concept in which multiple thread execute at the same time. Okay, multiple thread execute at the same time, that is only called as the multi-threading. Then what is meant by the thread here? Okay, another question is that what is meant by thread? So suppose you saw the VLC player, right? Did you saw any VLC player? VLC player everyone saw, right? Any video player you saw? Everyone saw the video player, no? Every time. Okay, so inside the video player we have one video, music, progress bar, timing, everything is there inside that video player, right? Suppose anytime you saw, like first video will play. Suppose you are watching the movie, that movie length is 3 hours. Suppose did you saw anytime like video will play for the 3 hour, then music will be play for the 3 hour, then progress bar will be play for the 3 hours, and after that timing will be play for the 3 hours. Did you saw like that? First video will play, then music we have to watch, music we have to listen, then progress bar we have to watch. Like that you saw anytime? No, right? If our movie length is 3 hours, that will be increased from 3, 3, 3, and 3. How much? 12 hours, right? It will be 12 hours. No, if you watch the movie 3 hours, like 3 hours video will play, 3 hours music will play, 3 hours progress bar, and 3 hours typing. So our movie length will be 12 hours, but we don't want like that. So what we will do here, we will execute that all the things, that is the video, music, progress bar, timing, all the things will be executed at the same time. Okay, we are executing that all the things at the same time. Music will be play that time only, video will also play at same time, progress bar also will be play at the same time, and timing also will play at the same time. That is only called as the multi-threading. And which are the threads here? So video is a thread, music is a thread, progress bar is a thread, and timing is a thread. These are individual threads here. Video is another thread, music is another thread, progress bar is another thread, timing is another thread. These are the different threads we have inside in our VLC player. Okay, so what we are doing here, we are executing this all the thread, that is the video thread, music thread, progress bar, and the timing. We are executing this all the thread at the same time. That is only called as the multi-threading. Okay, that is only called as the multi-threading. Now what is the where we are using the multi-threading? In software, in games, in animation, we are using the multi-threading. Where we are using inside the software, games, and animation. And how much threads we have now here? How much threads we have here? Four, right? That is video, music, progress bar, and the timing. And we are executing this for the thread at the same time. That is only called as the multi-threading. Okay, executing multiple thread at the same time. That is only called as the multi-threading. And what is meant by thread? Thread is a sub process. We can say that thread is a small task. We can say that, and we are running that small task at the same time. That is only called as the multi-threading. Okay, that is only called as the multi-threading. These are the big tasks, right? VLC is our big task. Suppose if I open here this prism is our big task, and inside this big task we have small tasks. This scene one is another one, scene two is another one, scene three is another one, right? These are the small tasks which are present inside the big task. If you take the VLC example as well, so this is the VLC. Inside the VLC we have a small task. Video is small task, music is small task, progress bar is a small task, and timing is a small task. This small task only we can call this as a thread. Okay, the small task we can call this as a thread. Thread is a small task only, not that much hard. Thread is a small task, we can say that, or thread we can say that it is a sub process also, because it is present inside the big process. This is a big process. Inside the big process we have a small process, so we can say that it is a sub process. Okay, it is a sub process, or we can say that it is a small task as well. Okay, we are running that all the small tasks at the same time. That is only called as the multi-threading. Okay, small task means our thread only. After that, what is multi-threading? Multi-threading is base suitable at the programming level, and we are learning here the programming language. Which language we are learning here? Which language we are learning here? Java, right? Java we are learning here. That you have to know, right? What we are learning. So Java we are learning here. So Java is also a programming language. So that's why multi-threading we are learning inside the Java, because multi-threading is best suitable at the programming level. Now suppose till now we learn the OOPS concept, exception handling and all. According to that, we will try to create a VLC player, and we will see what problem we are faced with the VLC with the help of OOPS. Okay, if you are not using the threads, which problem we are facing, we will see that. Okay, so inside the basic program, simple, I will create one class, new, and here I will create VLC. Now we have to create a VLC. I am not using any thread concept here. Simple, whatever we learn till now, simple that concept I am using inside this VLC. Means with the help of that OOPS concept, I am trying to make it the VLC player. Okay, so I have created the class VLC. Now suppose if you want multiple things here, that is the video, music, progress bar, and timing. That all these is things we want here as well, right? So what we will do, we will create a separate class for that. So first thing we have here, that is the video. So I will create a class for the video as well here. That is the class, then video. Okay, and inside the video, simple thing I am doing is simple. I will create a method here, public void and playing video, playing video. And inside that system.out, I will write. Okay, and inside that I am writing playing video. Simple. Sorry. Okay, so I have created one class here, that is the video class, and inside that I have created one method, that is the play video. How to create a method, you know that, right? And inside the method I have wrote only system.out.println. What this statement will do, what this statement will be do, why we are using system.out.println?
Display mark console.
To print anything on the console. So it will print playing video on the console, right? After that, the video class is completed. Now we will create another class. Which class we will create? Music. So I will create here music class, then music. Inside that also we will do same thing, copy, and here we'll paste it. But here what we need to do, playing video. So here we have to make it playing music. Okay, and here also we have to write here playing music. Okay, so same thing we have created for the music as well. Now we will same thing we will create for the progress bar as well. So which thing we have to create? Class progress bar. Okay, and after that same thing I will copy from here and I will paste it here. Okay, now here playing progress bar, and here also what we need to do, playing progress bar. Okay, same thing we have I did here. So we have created three classes here. First class we have created video, then music, and then progress bar. Inside that also we have created three methods. Inside the video we have created one method as the play video. Inside the music we have created playing music video, playing music method, and after that inside the progress bar we have created playing progress bar method. And inside the each method we are writing playing video, playing music, and after that playing progress bar. Okay, now what we need to do, suppose I want to call this all the methods, how we will call that? First we need to create a main method. After that, suppose I want to call this playing video method. So in which class it is present? So which class object we have to create? Video class object, right? So I will create, how to create an object? Video object name, new class name. Okay, so video class object we have created. So video, with the help of video class object, so can we able to call playing video? Yes, right, because playing video is present inside the video only, right? So we can able to call this one. So same like that we will call the another method as well. So next method, which method of which class we have? Music. So I will create here new music. Okay, and with the help of this music I will call the playing music video, playing music method, right? After that another method we have TV, right? So I will create for this one as well. So object is created with the progress bar, playing progress. Now if I run this one, so what will be the issue we will get it here? Can all the things will be run at the same time? Yes or no? If I run this one, so first every time first video will be play, right? Every time then music will be play, and every time then progress bar will be play. Suppose this playing video is playing for the uh, 4 hours. Okay, so what it will be do, this video will be play for 4 hours first. After that music will be play, and after that our progress bar will be play. Can all the things will be same run at the same time? No, right? It will not run because this video will be play for 4 hours first. After completing this thing will be play, right? After completing this thing will be play. It will happen like that only, right? Till now we saw the program. So inside that also we are seeing this thing only. If this method will be over, that time only this method will be start. Okay. After that this method will over, this method will be start. Right? It is happening like that only. So to resolve this problem, to resolve this issue, see, plus video will be played for the 4 hour, then music will be played, then progress bar will be played, right? If we are watching the 3 hours movie, we have to watch the video for the 3 hour, we have to watch the music for the 3 hours, and then we have to watch the progress bar for the 3 hours. Okay, the 3 hour movie length will be consumed 9 hours. So we don't want like that. So to resolve this issue, what we need to do, we have to create a threads. Okay, we have to create a thread because all the threads will be run at the same time. Okay, all the threads will be run at the same time. So what we need to do, we have to create a thread. But another question is that how to create a thread? Okay, how we will create a thread? So we can create a thread by the two ways. First is the thread class, and another way is with the help of runnable interface. Okay, thread is a class and runnable is a interface, and both are the predefined. Okay, so I didn't create the thread class, and runnable interface I only didn't create it. It is already present inside in our package. Okay, so who is created these things? That is the Java people. Predefined means Java people is only created for us. Just we need to use them. Now, what is the how we will create a thread with the help of thread class? So there are few steps you need to follow. You can easily create a thread. Okay. First step is that extends thread class. We will try to create a thread. We will come here and inside the test class I will create. Okay. So first we want a class. Here, if I want to convert this class into the thread, how we will create? First we need to extend thread class. I will extend here extend thread class, right? And why we are using extends? Yes, why we are using extends? Where we saw extends? Inheritance, right? So for inheriting any class we are using the extends. So extends we use. After that override the run methods. Okay, override the run inside the thread class. This is a predefined class. If you want to see this class, just right click on that, open declaration, and here you will see this is the class. This is the predefined class. I didn't create this class, right? this is already present here. So inside this class many methods, many variables are already present. Okay, if you want to see the run method, you can see here, you can search here, that is the run method. You can able to see the run method. So see, this run method is already created here, but here if you saw here, override. So this method is also overridden from somewhere. So from where it is overridden? So it is overridden from, see, it is overridden from runnable interface. Thread class internally implements the runnable interface. So whatever method present inside the runnable, thread have to override that. We saw this thing inside the interface, right? Inside the interface we saw all the things. Now here test, we need to, if you want to convert this thing into the thread, what we need to do? First extends thread. After that another thing is that override the run method. So I will override the run method here. That is the public, then void, and here we need to write run. Okay, public void and run I am writing here. After that create an object of the class. So where we will create an object of the class? Into the main method. So I will create a main method and I will create an object of the class. So which class object will create? Test class object. So I will come here and I will create an object of the test class. Text. Okay, 3 steps are done. Now another thing is that start the thread using the start method. Start the thread using the start method. So how to start the thread? Object dot start. Okay, here we need to write object dot start. Then what is the use of run method? What is the use of this start method? Okay, so inside the run method we will write only the thread task. Okay, whatever task you want to do with the help of thread, that task we will give into the run method. Okay, inside the run method we will write the thread task. Okay, inside the run method what we are writing here, that is thread task. If you have any task that you want to done with the thread, so that task we will write inside the run method. Okay, so inside the run method, why we are using run method? To write a thread task. To write a thread task we are using the run method. Now here simple I am writing system.out, and here I am writing anything, first thread. Okay, first thread I am writing here only, and after that we have created the thread here. After that object dot start I am writing here, object dot start. So why we are using the start method? To start the thread we must have to use the start method. Okay, to start the thread we must have to use the start method. And where the start method is present? The start method is again present inside the thread classes. If I want to see that start method, you can find it here. So this is the start method which are present inside the thread class. Start method is present inside the thread class. And what is the use of the start method? To start the thread. To start the thread we are using the start method. If I run this one now, see what will be the output? We will get it on the console. First thread. Now another thing is that suppose I am writing here, I am removing this start from here, and if I only write here run. So now what will happen? What is the difference between run and the start? If I run this one, so what will be the output we will get? Output or error? Yes, output will get it or error we will get?
First thread is coming.
Output?
Yes.
No.
First
Error we will get any? If I run this one, first thread again it is printing. Right. Then what is the difference between this run and what is the difference between the start? Suppose I am writing here start. So that time what it will be do? It will treat it as a thread here. Okay. It will treat it this thing as a thread here. But now if I write here only the run, so this will treated this method as a normal method. Whatever method we are using now still now. So it will treated this method is like a normal method. But if I write here the start, then it will treat it as a thread task. It will treat it as a thread here. Okay, if you use here start. So what this method is do start method, it will internally call the thread method. That is inside the thread method we have a start method. No. So it will internally call the start method, and with the help of the start method, it will be call our run method again. Then if when we are calling object dot start, it will come here into the thread class, and from the start method it will again call our run method. Okay, it will again call our run method, and inside the run method what we are writing? Thread task. Okay, whatever thread task if you want to write, you can write into the run method only. Okay, so this is the methods which are used to create a thread, that is the run method and the start method, and this is the first way to create a thread with the help of thread class. Okay, and what are the steps? There are 4 steps. First step is that we have to extend the thread class. After that,
Override the run method.
override the run method, then create an object of the class, and then start the thread using the start method. Okay, these are the easy steps only. Anyone have any doubt till now? Anyone have any doubt till now? Anyone have any doubt? No? Okay, now see here. Here we are creating an object. So what is happening inside this step? See, inside this step, our thread is creating. Okay, whenever we create an object, that time our thread is creating. Okay, so inside this step our thread is creating, and from this state our thread thread is start symbol. Okay, so in this step our thread is creating, and inside this stage our thread is start. Okay, not start, it will be ready for this start. Okay, now what is the life cycle of the thread? So you will simply come here and you will see this thing. So this is the life cycle of the thread. Inside the life cycle of thread we have many phases like create, runnable, running, date, and the sleep, waiting, or the suspend. It is a non-runnable stage. Okay, here create, runnable, running, date, and the non-runnable state. So when we will create an object, when we will create an object, that time our thread will be created. See here, third. I am writing here 3. Why I am writing 3 here? If you will notice these steps, which is the third step here? Create an object of the class. So when we will create an object, that time our thread will be created here. Means our thread will be present inside this space. Our thread will be created, our thread will be born, we can say that, or new thread will be created here. Okay. After that, when our thread will become from create thread to the runnable phase, create phase to the runnable phase. So when it will become, so fourth, I am writing here fourth. So we will see the fourth step. Start the thread using the start method. Means whenever we perform the start method here, that time what will happen? Our thread will become from create phase to the runnable phase. And inside this phase, our thread is not started yet. It is ready for the start. Okay, it is ready for the started. Our thread is not started here. Our thread is ready for the started. It is waiting for our processor. Thread will be executed only when it have a processor. Okay, without processor our thread will not execute. Okay, so inside the runnable phase what it will be do? It is waiting for the processor. And who will assign the processor? That is JVM will allocate the processor to the every thread. Okay, so it is our thread is here only now. Our thread is waiting for the processor. When JVM will give the processor to our thread, then thread will become from runnable to the running phase. Okay, and when our thread is running, that time our thread is executing. Means whatever task we have inside the run method, it is executing now. When our thread is into the running stage. Okay, and after that, when task is completed, then thread task is completed, then thread will become from running state to the date state. So see here, where we are writing the thread task into the run method. Into the run method we are writing the thread task, right? So now I wrote only the one thing, system.out.println. So it will be print that thing. Now thread task is completed. Now thread task is completed. Whenever thread task is completed, thread will become from the running stage to the date state, and from the date state thread will not alive again. Okay, from the date state thread will not alive again. Then what is the non-runnable state? If our thread is running, and if you want to stop that thread for the particular amount of time, you will give some time for the thread, like 1 second, 2 second, or 20 second. For that time thread will be wait, or thread will be wait to the non-runnable state. Thread will be sleep, or thread will be wait for that particular amount of time. If that particular amount of time will be over, then thread will be again ready for the execution. Again it will be wait for the processor. When JVM allocate the processor, it will again come into the running state. And when thread task is completed, then it will come into the date state. Okay. Anyone have any issues till now? If we take the real life example, okay, simple human is born here. Okay, human born here. After that, he is studying. He is studying all the things, all school is doing here, all the school college he is doing here. Okay, after he is ready for the job here, but still now he didn't got the job. He is ready for the job here. Okay, after that he got the job, and he is doing the job here. Okay, he is doing the job here. After all the job is completed, all his age is completed, he will be come into the date state. Okay, then what is the non-runnable state into the human being? Suppose he is doing the job and suddenly he lost the job. Right, he is doing the job and suddenly he lost the job. So what it will be do? He don't have any job now. Means he is in the non-runnable state. Okay, again he will be study for the job, right? Inside the runnable, he will be study for the job, he will be ready for the job. Again he is waiting for the job. When he will be get the job, he is doing again the job. When the job is completed, when all age is completed, then again it will go into the dead state. And from the dead state, can he will be alive again? From the dead state he will be alive again. Did you saw any time? Did you saw any time? Yes. Undertaker, no, bro. Not Undertaker. So here, from the dead state, it will be not alive again. Same like a thread also. Thread will be created. Thread will come into the runnable. From the runnable, it will come into the running. And from the running, it will come into the dead state. And from the running, if you perform any sleep method or any waiting method on the any suspend method on the thread, thread will become from running stage to the non-runnable state. It will be wait for the thread. Okay, if you have means we will give some particular amount of time. So thread will be wait for the particular amount of time till here. When that particular amount of time will be over, then again it will come to the runnable state. And remember one thing, inside the runnable, thread will not executing. Okay, thread is ready for the execution here. Okay, when thread will be executing, when JVM will allocate the processor to the thread. Okay, when JVM will allocate the processor to the thread, that time only thread will be ready, thread will be executing inside the running only. Okay, thread is completing its task, and when thread is completed its task, it will come from running state to the dead state. Okay, so this is the life cycle of the thread, and this is very useful if you are doing the interview also. If you are giving any interview, that time also they will be asked about the life cycle of the thread. Okay, so anyone have any issues inside the life cycle of thread? Can I tell again? Yes, yes or no? Yes. Okay. So see, first stage is that is the create stage. When thread will be in the create burn or the new thread, when we will perform third stage. So which is the third step here? Create an object of the class. So when we will create an object, that time our thread will be here. Create burn on the new thread. After that, when it will become from create state to the running state, when we are performing the fourth method. So which is the fourth method? Start the thread using the start method. Means whenever we perform the start method on the thread, that time our thread will become from our create burn new thread to the runnable state. Inside the runnable state, our thread is not executing, it is ready for the execution, and it is waiting for the processor. Okay, when thread will be executed? When thread have the processor. Okay, when thread have the processor, that time only it will be executed. Otherwise, it will be not executed. From runnable, it will be come to the running when JVM allocate the processor to the thread. Okay, after that it is running here. When thread task is completed, then thread will become from running state to the dead state, and from the dead state it will be not alive again. Okay, and after that inside the running state, from the running state, when it will come into the non-runnable state, if you perform any sleep method, if you perform any waiting method, or any perform any suspend method, that time thread will become from running method to running stage to the non-runnable state. And here our thread will be wait for the particular amount of time. If that particular amount of time it will be over, it will again come into the runnable stage, and from the runnable state it will be again waiting for the processor. When it will got the processor, it will come from runnable to the running, and from running it will wait to complete its task. When thread task is completed, it will come from running stage to the dead state. So this is the life cycle of the thread. So anyone have any doubt now? Yes, no? Anyone have any doubt?
No doubt.
No doubt. Okay. So now, this is the first way to create a thread. If you want to create a thread, what we need to do? First, we need to extend the thread class, override the run method, create an object of the class, and this start the thread method. Start the thread using the start method. So what is this thread class? Inside the thread class, multiple constructor, multiple methods are present. So these are the all the constructor which are present inside our thread class. And here, if you notice that these are all the methods which are present inside the thread class. These are methods, these are the method, and these are the object methods. Okay, so these are the all the methods which are present inside the thread class. Still now we saw the run method, start method, and now we'll see the current thread also. Okay, so these are the all the methods which are present inside the thread class. There's this run, start, current thread, is alive, get name, set name, is daemon, set daemon, get priority, set priority, and after that we have another method also. There is sleep method, yield method, join method, and one method, one thing is that thread class is internally implements the runnable interface. Okay, thread class is internally implements the runnable interface. Okay, now we will see the another way to create a thread. Okay, first way we saw there are two ways to create a thread, right? Thread class and the runnable interface. And thread class is internally implementing the runnable interface also. How to create a thread with the help of runnable interface? Okay, so for that also we have to follow some steps. So first step is that implements runnable interface. So I will come here and I will try to create a thread with the help of runnable interface. So I will write here. So which is the first steps? Which is the first step? See? So I will write here implements. Why I am using here implements? Because runnable is a
Class to interface to class.
interface to class. That's why we are using here is runnable interface or implements keyword. Okay, it is giving the error. Why?
Override methods.
Yes, we have to override the method. Now we will see here inside the runnable interface how much methods are present. I will select this one and open declaration. See, this is the runnable interface. I didn't create this runnable interface. This is already created by the Java people. And how much methods are present inside the runnable interface? Only one method. Which method is present inside the runnable interface? Run method. Now we have to override this run method into our this one, into our test class. How will you override? Simple. We can click this here. You don't have to do this step. I am only doing this step. Okay. You don't have to do this step. After that, you have to override this run method, and after that, simple system dot out. Anything we can write it here. And runnable interface. Okay, simple. I'm writing here runnable interface. So I have overridden the run method also. And inside the run method, what we are writing? Why we are using the run method?
Thread task. Thread task.
Thread task. Yes, if you want to write any thread task, we can write it into the run method. Right. After that, here we will create simple main method. Which is the next step here? Create an object of the class. So I will create an object of the class. New page. I will create an object of the class. So object I have created here. Now again we will come here, create an object of the thread class and pass the parameter inside the constructor of the thread class. So what we need to do here, we have to create an object, but which class object we have to create now? There is a thread class object. So I will create a thread class object again, new, then thread class predefined class. I will create an object th, right? Th class of object I have created, and with the help of that thread class object we have to start the thread, but we have to pass some parameter. Pass the parameter inside the constructor thread class. So what we need to do, thread class object we have created here, but here inside this parameter, inside this parenthesis, we have to pass one argument. So this class object we have to pass here. Why we are passing? What is the use of that? What is the use of that? Why we are object? Why I am passing this object here? And what is the use of this thread class object? I will tell you later. Okay. So now, what is the last step? Start the thread. So how will you start the thread? With the help of object or with the help of thread class? With the help of thread class, right? Thread class object will start the thread. Now if I run this one, so what will be print on the console? Runnable interface, right? Runnable interface we are getting on the console. So these are the 5 steps we have to follow. First step is that, which is the first step? Implements runnable interface, then override the run method, create an object of the class, create an object of the thread class as well, and then pass the parameter into the constructor of the thread class, and at last start the thread. Now another thing is that, see, why we are keep creating here thread class object. Suppose I will not create this thread class object, and with the help of object I will try to start the thread. Can I able to start the thread here?
No.
Yes or no? No, right? We cannot able to start the thread from here. Why we cannot able to start the thread from here? Because start method is not present inside the runnable interface. See, inside the runnable interface, we have any start method? No, right? Where is the start method? Start method is present inside the thread class. Start method is present inside the thread class. And to start the thread, we want a start method, right? To start the thread, we want a start method. So for that only, what we need to do? We have to create an object of the thread class, and after that we have to pass one argument. Why we are passing here this time? That is the argument. If I not pass anything from here, so can this time our thread will be work? Yes or no? Now if I run this one, so can what will be the output we'll get?
Runnable interface. Normal.
Runnable interface. We will get it on the console or not? So no, we will not get it on the console. So why we are not getting on the console? So we have thread class object we have created. With the help of thread class object, we are calling the start method. So what it will be do? It will find the start method into this thread class. Okay, it will find the start method into the thread class. But now he don't know which run method we need to call. Okay, now he don't know which run method we have to call. For that only, it is not able to call the run method. If you want to tell that you have to call this run method, so for that what we need to do? We have to pass here. There is the argument. Okay, if you pass the argument here, what it will be do now? So here we are passing the runnable target. This is called as the runnable target. Now whenever we start the thread here, it will become here into the thread class start method. Now we have passed here, that is the object obj we are passing. And which class object is this? That is the test class object. Now it will be recognized that now we have to call the run method from the test class, right? It will be noticed that we have to call the run method from the test class. It will become here and it will print runnable interface on the console. See, it is printing runnable interface now on the console. So this is the another way to create a thread with the help of runnable interface. So till now we saw the two ways. First way is the thread class, and another way is the runnable interface. So inside the, if you want to create a thread class, how much steps are there? With the help of thread class, four steps, right? And with the help of with the help of runnable interface, how much steps? If I ask you which is the best way to create a thread, so which is the best way? Thread class or runnable interface? Everyone is saying thread class. Anyone is saying for the runnable interface? No. Okay, so runnable is wrong. Okay, so here which is the best way? I will tell you. See, suppose I have one another class here, class demo. Okay, class demo is there, and after that, suppose I want to extend this demo here. I will remove this thing, and now suppose we are creating the thread with the help of thread class only. Okay, we are creating a thread with the help of thread class. Now we are creating a thread with the help of thread class also, but I want to extend this one into this class as well. So can we will inherit this? Can I able to write demo like that here? Can we able to write like that? No, right? We can either create a thread or you can only inherit the thread. So this is not the best way. So which is the best way? We can extend the demo here. See, extends the demo here, and after that, if I want to create a thread, so we can create with the help of implements the runnable interface. Now we are extends also, and we are implementing the runnable interface also. So which is the best way? The runnable is the best way to create a thread. Because of the steps everyone is saying, thread class is the best way to create a thread, but thread class is not the best way. Which is the best way? Runnable interface is the best way to create a thread. Okay, anyone have any doubt here? So today we learn about the how to create a thread, what is meant by multitasking, what is meant by multiprocessing, what is meant by multithreading. After that, we saw two ways to create a thread with the help of thread class and with the help of runnable interface. After that, we saw what is the life cycle of the thread, right? And can we saw the another thing also? Or tomorrow can I teach? Tomorrow? Okay. Tomorrow I will teach the another method, that is the current thread is alive, get name, set name. This all are easy only. So tomorrow we will complete that things, and after that we will start the securitization. Okay.